I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love it when something that I already love and am kind of into becomes part of a trend of the season because, well, it makes shopping a whole lot easier. You don't have to dig as hard to find things that fit within that genre. And that's what makes today's video so exciting. We're talking all about finding Ralph Lauren inspired Christmas decor, more on an Amazon budget. I'm going to share with you some of the best finds from Amazon, but we're also going to talk about how to kind of get this look and aesthetic and what you really need to look for, because it really is so very basic and simple and just kind of nostalgic. It's going to take you back probably Christmas before it became so Pinteresty, I guess is the best way I can explain it. I feel like this is really just like the heart of classic, timeless, traditional Christmas. I've already been decorating here in the office, so I'm going to show you some of these things here. Eventually we'll jump to the house and we'll do some Christmas decor in my home where I can show you even more ideas. So be sure to subscribe if you've not already. And of course, if you want to go over to my Amazon storefront, I do have some Amazon idea lists so that you can, as I find things, I add them there. So if you don't want to have to wait for a video, sometimes things sell out. You can always go to those lists and be able to see as I add items there. And yes, we are going to have a Ralph Lauren inspired holiday outfits and fashion video coming up as well. So be sure to stick around and stay tuned. That will be coming very soon. When we talk about like the elements and flourishes that kind of bring that vibe, one of the things that might seem a little unexpected, but is actually, if you really look through and comb through some of the pictures that you can find on Pinterest or in older magazines and stuff, you're gonna see a lot of feathers, but specifically like kind of pheasant feathers. So these like multicolored brown feathers, they are used in a lot of centerpieces. They're used in a lot of wreath decor. It's kind of heritage Americana vibe. They're a little smaller, so I put them in my wreath behind me. If I had some slightly larger ones, probably what I'll do at the house is use them for part of my topper or in the tree, but they need to be a little bit bigger for that. Or I might use them for my table centerpieces. Also, we have lots of cranberries or bundles of cranberries. Now again, this is where you can really blend using the real life items. You don't have to get artificial or fake. You could get cranberries and string them up and, do all kinds of cool little things with those, or just the artificial like little berries, the red holiday berries like this. I love getting these little bundles because these little sprigs can be put into the tree, into a wreath, into a centerpiece, into garland, wherever you hang it. Again, it's not overcomplicating. It doesn't have to feel like overdone. It's really a mix of very again, natural kind of items with a lot of plaid. And again, as far as the colors go, it's so very basic in terms of like really rich reds. You can obviously skew towards burgundies and stuff, but if you really go back and look at Ralph Lauren and their plaids that they use and stuff, they do stay kind of in a very traditional red, green, a good deep green. It's not too bright. And then a navy, a beautiful, beautiful navy. So it makes it very easy. Like my tree here at the office, initially I was going to do all green and navy. And then I just really wanted to put some of these ribbons and the little berries and stuff. So I might do a totally navy and green tree at home. On Amazon, I found some really beautiful velvet ornaments. So they are kind of have that matte finish. They're not too shiny or glittery or anything like that. And they add some dimension and texture by being embossed. And so it kind of gives it a little bit of dimension without having to have anything like big or over the top or, like I said, glittery, shiny, etc. Sticking with various plaid types of ribbons, tartan plaids, Christmas plaid ribbon makes it very simple and easy. I feel like what I love about this style is that it's kind of hard to screw up. You don't have to have like a great eye for home decor or whatever to be able to make this look work. It is just very traditional. So again, I love these ribbons. This one is from Amazon that have the wiring on the edge on each side, which allows you to kind of really shape the ribbon and use it to either wrap around your tree, make a giant bow out of it, or of course, use it on packages for wrapping and decorating your Christmas packages. Nutcrackers. There's almost nothing more, I mean, maybe arguably Jesus and then Santa and then a nutcracker. Okay. That's like the most traditional Christmas that we can get. And I love the simplicity of these gold nutcrackers. I did get the plain white nutcrackers from Walmart that I do hope to find the time to paint myself. If I can't find the time to paint them how I want them to, I really wanted to paint them like traditional, in the right colors, the navies, the greens, the reds. But if I don't have time to do that, I might just spray paint them giant gold, so that I have big, tall gold nutcrackers. And then next year I can paint them when I have time to actually do that. But I'm surprised because those 6-foot nutcrackers, they sell out so fast every year. I feel like finally Walmart made enough to where come and go out of stock instead of just selling out in September and never coming back. So I'll link to those. And of course, you can't decorate with a Ralph Lauren vibe without some kind of teddy bear. The Ralph Lauren Polo Bear is just, it's an American classic. This is from Amazon. This is much cheaper, but I got to tell you, this bear is super cute because its hands are magnetic. So it does like the speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil thing. But you can just move the hands around and place them in different little areas. And I just think this is so cute. I have it sitting here on my little leather trunk, and it definitely hits all the buttons for that Ralph Lauren aesthetic. I love his little bow. I know these things will sell out very, very quickly. So I think about 5 or 6 different bears that I found that I feel like fit the bill. They are linked in my Amazon storefront on my Ralph Lauren list. So definitely check those out because I feel like this really helps to like bring it home, if you will. Obviously, these are artificial, but here's what I love so much about the Ralph Lauren Christmas aesthetic is the use of red roses as the flowers. It is such a beautiful, simple statement. Listen, I love a good ornate, like, table centerpiece. And, there's so many, people make so many cool things and blend so many things. But I do love the simplicity of just a rich red rose. These are obviously artificial. Well, maybe not obviously. They're absolutely beautiful. They look real because they kind of have this like real touch velvety look to them. I will link to these as well. Red roses are available in so many places that when it comes to actually putting together my tablescapes and stuff for the holidays, it will be very easy for me to grab some real red roses and use those in my tablescapes. And it just totally gives that Ralph Lauren vibe. Simple evergreen greenery with red roses, some feathers, some cranberries or some like red holiday berries. And that's it. Like, it's not overcomplicated. I think that's part of what I really love about it is how accessible it feels. It doesn't feel like, well, I'm not a designer, so I can't do this. And of course, blankets, and more blankets. All right. These are all 3 of these blankets that I'm showing you are from Amazon. I have kind of the creamier tartan plaid. This is more of like a chenille blanket. It's super, super soft. It's a little bit thicker. It's bigger. This one is in the green kind of plaid color. Again, this is more of like, this honestly feels more like a scarf, like a wool scarf almost. It's not wool, but it has that feel to it. And then the other blanket is an Eddie Bauer blanket. And so it's got the plaid on one side and the polar fleece on the other side. So depending on, your home decor vibes or the warmth that you're actually looking to get out of these blankets, there's lots of good options on Amazon. I also found some really great deals on wrapping paper. And of course, like I said, it's all about the plaids. So this is a beautiful gold plaid. I just absolutely love this. It has like kind of a very luxurious vibe to it. I got a 3-pack, but you can get different sizes, different amounts, just depending. They call this Dress Stewart Tartan. How cute, Stewie. He would love that. And then this is like just the traditional. I'm going to take the plastic off so that you can see it. This is a little bit more of that traditional blue and green plaid that I was talking about. I got this in a 2-pack of rolls. The other wrapping paper that I wanted to show you because it's adorable. Don't forget about elements like kind of this Fair Isle sweater looking print. This is, again, so traditional Christmas. Again, that's what I love about the Ralph Lauren vibe is that you can go like a little more rustic. You can go a little more luxury. If you want to go more towards that traditional and rustic, this wrapping paper is beautiful. There we go. It'll focus. It definitely looks like a countryside, fireside Christmas sweater or something. So cute. And then if you've got little ones and you still want to have some fun wrapping paper or wrapping paper for your grandkids, or then of course, again, nutcrackers, can't go wrong. And this is one of those fabulous wrapping papers that is double-sided. So it's nutcrackers on one side, and then just a beautiful Christmas plaid on the other. So I love all of those. And then the last ones that I want to show you, these are a little more non-traditional wrapping paper because they're not in a roll. They come in sheets. So you want to look at the measurements and make sure that you've got boxes and presents that will work for this. But just look at these. How beautiful is this kind of like equestrian print? I love that. You want to talk about like a polo look, or there's the floral that kind of goes with it. So again, you can keep that equestrian vibe. Like look at the plaid ribbon with that equestrian with kind of the pink on it. It's so cute. So you just get a bunch of basically sheets of that. Then there's some with just the trees, and then there's some with the plaid. There's all kinds of different like combos with different amounts. And then I also got this set, variations of Christmassy plaids. Green, I mean, they're all kind of green, but just different variations of green plaid. Who knew there were so many different types of green plaid? Ta-da-ta-da. See what I mean? Tons of different kinds of green plaid. And if you, again, like I said, if you know what size boxes that you are wrapping, this is actually nice because you don't have to like battle it out and cut from the roll. You just have these big sheets. So be careful. Obviously, you want to know what size you're wrapping. You don't want to end up with a bunch of wrapping paper that you can't use because it's too small for the boxes that you have to wrap. But if you know you're wrapping medium to small boxes, then these should work. My sickness is lingering. I've got a little bit of, I'm recovering from pneumonia, so my voice is just getting like deeper and raspier, which I know really bothers some people and it's probably becoming increasingly more annoying to listen to. So I will try to wrap this up, but be sure to check down below in the description box. I'll have the links there. You can go right to my Amazon storefront. I usually try to put a QR code here on screen to take you right there, but be sure to come back because like I said, I am gonna have some Ralph Lauren holiday style videos coming up as well, and some other really fun holiday content, and of course, gift guides. So 'tis the time, my friend, November, December, my absolute favorite time to make content, create videos. I get to talk about all the things that I really, really love, and hopefully we'll get to help you make your holiday season a little bit easier, not have to waste so much time digging around, and I will bring you the good stuff, and then you get to spend that extra time with your loved ones and hopefully enjoy the holidays. So that's it for me today, and hopefully you'll subscribe and come back, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.